Good. Hey gang, this is Mike with my Real Estate Dojo. In the next few minutes, I'm going to be talking about wholesaling real estate investing with high returns. So the goal is to invest small amount of time or small amount of money and get a big amount of output, okay, whatever that is. If that's cash flow, if that's a lump sum of money, or if that's having a big sum of equity, okay? So in the next few minutes, I'm going to talk about what's very complex, where you see people talking about it in Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, real estate investment clubs. They make it a subject, real estate investing, very complex, and I've broken a very complex idea down into 3 ideas. And so I want to go ahead and show it to you right now so you can see that. So there's basically 3 stepping stones to real estate investing, okay? The whole business is broken down to 3 stepping stones the way I do it at the dojo at Mr. Investor. The very first thing you need to do in this business is called lead generation. The second thing you have to do in this business is called conversion. And the third thing you have to do in this business is called exit strategy. Now, I know a lot of people have talked about how you have to set up your corporations, you got to get a logo, you got to get a website, you got to get this, and you got to learn all your exit strategies. If you do that stuff, that's great. But your odds of doing a deal is very, very slim, because the whole formula, the blueprint, okay, the treasure map, okay, I don't know how to explain to you guys so you could understand. The very first step is lead generation. So if you're learning how to fill out a contract, or you're learning how to give offers, if you're learning, landlording, or how to do repairs on a fix and flips, or whatever your strategy is, and you're not learning about how to generate leads, then you're not going to make money. You're not going to have success. You'll be a highly educated investor without doing deals. So today I want to show you how you can spend the least amount of time and the least amount of money and get the most conversions. But I wanted to show you the blueprint. And today I'm going to be talking about step number 1, the stepping stones, which is lead generation. And then the second one is called the conversion, so you can see it in action. All right. So many new investors, or beginner investors, or even pro, when they market to motivated sellers, a lot of times they're saying, hey, well, the deal is not going through. Well, the seller says they don't want it. They don't want to sell their home at 60 cents on a dollar. They don't want to do owner financing. They don't want to do a subject to, or they don't want to do a master lease, or they don't want to do a rent to own, etc. And I want to kind of explain in a diagram what's happening, okay? So this is you, all right? And if you want to have any kind of business, you have to remember that the first step is lead generation, okay? So you're going to have to do marketing, and I'm just going to put that as marketing, okay? And for you to get the money, or high, in this case, we're not just looking for money, we're looking for a high return. So we're looking for a high return. It's going to be going, you're going to be going on this blueprint. This is a treasure map that you have to go through, exactly like this. So this is you. If you want to do real estate, doesn't matter if you want to buy and hold, fix and flip, wholesale, not lease options, create notes, you want to do owner financing, none of that stuff matters, guys. Okay? If you want to do any of that stuff, the very first step of the equation is lead generation. So you can see we start here first. Now, I'm not just making this stuff up. As you can see, the very first step to getting any kind of money or any kind of deal, even before getting a high return deal, is marketing. Step number 1, lead generation, okay? So what is marketing? I need to explain this so you understand that. Marketing is like the gold rush. You're looking for gold, but marketing is the activity of digging the dirt and pulling into a system that's going to identify if this is gold or not, okay? So marketing is the ability to just dig and put it into the system. Dig and put it in the system. And dig and put it in the system. Now, if you're not digging, then you're never going to get any gold. And digging in real estate investing or in entrepreneurship is called marketing. So what are you digging for? Because in this case, you're not digging for gold. You're digging for motivated sellers, okay? So you're digging to find motivated sellers, and you have to have a system to identify motivated sellers. So once you start digging or marketing to find motivated sellers, you're basically blanketing in an area. Now it could be a general area where you live or your farm area, or it could be to a highly motivated list like the foreclosures or the evictions or the divorces, etc. So marketing is digging for those specific audiences like divorces or foreclosures or any of that, and you're digging them to putting into your system. That's called marketing. Once you do that, some of this dirt that you move into the system, they're gonna raise their hand and identify themselves as leads, okay? So the next step from marketing, this is where you start, is leads. Okay, leads, guys. So you got marketing and then you got leads. And leads are the people that raise their hands and say, look, I'd like to get a cash offer, or I might be interested in whatever service that you're selling or you're talking about. Doesn't matter, okay? They just raise their hand. Now, leads doesn't mean they're going to be your customers. Absolutely not. Depends on your ability of conversion and follow-up system determines how much of your leads will become your customers, and that what this is what this whole class is about, getting a higher return. So I'm going to show you how to turn your leads into majority of them into customers, so you can have a return on it. So have a high return. So after leads, you're going to filter these people, okay, to figure out if they can be potentials. So what I call potential P leads. Now, P leads, okay, potential leads are way better than normal leads, okay? Because on this starting point to here, P leads are already moving closer to you getting a high return, okay, in wholesaling. Now, P leads are way better than leads because you use some kind of filtering system. Now, all my students and everybody at my real estate dojo at Mr. Investors knows to use my Ninja seller phone script, because we have a variety of questions we ask the seller to gauge their motivation and see if they're willing to let us do owner financing, if they're willing to let us do 60 cents on a dollar, or AKA deep discount purchase, okay? So once we filter, so here we use my Ninja seller phone script. I'm just gonna put Ninja, and then we get the potential leads, okay? Now these potential leads are saying, not only are they raise their hand, say, look, I'm interested in your product, but I'm also have signs of motivation. They're raising their hands up and say, look, I have signs of motivation. What kind of motivation? Well, the kind of question, the ones that you're looking for according to my seller phone script. That's why it's so important to have it, because we're looking for specific things. We're asking specific questions, okay? Now, once they become leads, potential leads, many of my students or many new beginner investors, they stop there, okay? They don't go any further because they're scared to ask for the money. Now, in real estate investing, asking for the money basically means you're just giving them an offer. That's it, dude. You're just giving them an offer. For example, Mr. John, I understand your house is worth 100, but I'm giving you a cash offer of 60. That's giving an offer. I'm not saying that's the way you should do it. I'm just making it very simple, guys. So many of my students stop here. So they do the marketing, they do the leads come in, and they do the filtering, but they stop. They never ask for the money. They never give the offer, okay? Some of the other ones actually are smarter, and now they're giving offers, okay? The other ones, the smarter ones, are giving offers, guys. So we basically have a timeline or a map of going from nothing, zero, marketing, to getting a high returns on wholesaling real estate, okay? So the very first thing you have to do is market, then people are gonna raise their hands, then you're gonna use my Ninja seller phone script to filter them out, to scrub them out, to find the potential leads, the ones that are motivated, not they're only interested, but they're also motivated, they have two hands up, okay? Once you do that, then you have to give offers. Now, here's what the problem is, that majority of people, like 90% of the people, or when they give offers, okay, they're only giving cash offers. They're not giving any owner financing offers, okay? So the problem is, there's not a problem, but the conversion rate shrinks up because A, not everyone owns their house free and clear, and they don't have that much equity to give it to you at 60 cents on a dollar. And then two, not everyone wants to sell it for that price. And three, which causes you to have a higher conversion rate. So instead of a deal costing you maybe $1,500 or $1,000 or 500 per transaction, you could decrease it if you're using some of this stuff I'm telling you right now, okay? Which is give an owner financing offer plus a cash offer. Now, let's rewind it a little bit. I would say 80% of new people never give an offer. 80% never give an offer. They're too embarrassed to say, Mr. Seller, I can only buy your house at 60 cents on a dollar. They're too embarrassed. They never give the offer. Or in their mind, they think, this seller is never going to accept this offer, dude, and they never give it an offer. So your probability of the seller going with you is zero, dude, zero, okay? Now, the ones that the more braver souls, okay, and I applaud you, they have the guts, the will persistent to say, Mr. Seller, this is a business. Your house is worth 100. I gotta make money, right? And I'm gonna give it to you at 60 cents on a dollar. But these poor souls don't have the education and the experience to say, look, or I can pay you more money at owner financing, and here's the terms, and boom, okay? And they don't know how to do that. So they get less deals. Now, can they get deals? Yes, but less, way less deals, where if they give just a little bit more money or do some kind of nice creative idea financing, they could get a deal without coming up with any money, without using their own credit, without going to a bank, any of that stuff, okay? So majority of the new people are never give an offer, 80%, and then the 20% they do give an offer, I would say 90% of those people just give a cash offer only, never owner financing, guys, okay? Now, guess what happens? Once they give an offer, the very next thing that happens is a big fat no, okay? So you did marketing, the people raise their hand, you filter them, they raise both of their hand, one they said they're interested, the other one says I'm motivated, okay? And then you said here's the offer to the people that raised both of their hand, and 90%, if not 98% of the people are going to tell you no. They're going to tell you no, and they're going to tell majority of other people no. So now this is what's very crucial. This is what's going to make the high return come into play, guys, okay? So please pay attention. This is what the whole video climax is coming to. I had to show you the image so I could get to this point to help you close more deals. Majority of people are going to tell you, no, I don't want this owner financing offer. They're going to tell you, no, I don't want this deep discounted offer. No, I don't want this master lease. No, I don't want this. No, I don't want this, okay? Your chances of getting a customer over the phone the very first time you talk to them are like 1%. Even if you talk to a very highly motivated seller, because you're talking about getting their home, dude. So it's going to take them some time. Your probability of somebody accepting your offer right off the phone or right at their house is 1%, dude. So get this. 1% they're going to accept your offer right then and there. And your probability of, talking to the seller the very first time and they're going to say, yes, you did a cold call, and like, here's my house, man, is, I would say 1%, dude, okay? So there's 99% that's going to be failure. No, I don't want to sell you the house. No, I don't want this cash discount. No, I don't want this master lease. No, I don't, okay? And that's normal. It happens to me too, guys. Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not Superman. Now, what happens next is going to make me a Superman and make a lot of you guys quit and go to the next venture. So please listen up. What happens next is going to make me a Superman, and it's going to make you guys, some of you guys, quit and go to the next venture. When they tell you no, the seller says no, you stop at this stop. This is it. Now, what I do is I do a bunch of different stuff, okay? The very first thing I do is I go ahead and send them my ultimate postcard machine. I start following up with them with my ultimate postcard machine. Now, my ultimate postcard machine is not just the average postcard or letter that says, me, buy from me, I've been in business for 20 years, I close fast, I'm this, I'm that. No, it's not like that at all. My ultimate postcard machine it helps to make you the authority in front of the seller, because you're providing education to him that no one else is. You're providing options to him. So soon as I give so this is what I do. I market, the leads come in, I use my seller phone script to get the P's. When the P's come in, I give them offers. I give them the cash offer. I give them the owner financing. Majority of them are going to say no. Once they say no, I start sending out my ultimate postcard letters just back to back, like boom, boom. Like how often do I send them? Every 3 or 4 days. I'm trying to reach this guy, okay, as soon as possible. The very next thing I do, okay, after my ultimate postcard machine is over here, is that I send my follow-up email series. It's very crucial, guys, because here's what's going to differentiate between me and the average investor. When the seller says no, they pack up, they go to the next deal or to the next venture. When the seller says no, I just know this is part of the ingredients. This is part of the process for this cake to get baked. They're all going to say no. I've now given the seller my offer. I've given them a good offer, and I've given them a deep discount offer, and I've asked them to put it on his shelf. I've asked him to put it on his nightstand. I've asked him to put it in his back pocket, and just think about it. While that's taking place, while that's baking, now I'm sending him the postcards. Now I'm sending them the letters. Now let's take a little time and talk about the postcard, guys. I never mass mail people. I don't go mass mail 1,000 people. I don't go mass mail, 10,000 people. I don't just buy a list, whatever it is, expired, foreclosure, and just mass mail them. It costs too much money. I don't want to invest my money like that. That's old school marketing. Today is 2017. I don't want to spend my money like that. Now, I believe in postcards. I believe they're just the right punch. I'm not just going to be throwing my right punch at every sucker, right? I got my left. So what I do is I do a combo and I tee it up for my right, okay? And that's what the letters are, and that's what I teach you in my PLM course, guys. Mass letter mailing system, which I'm not going to get into it. But what I'm trying to tell you is don't send out letters to everyone and their mama. It costs too much. All the people are talking about it because it's easy. It's a proven way to do it, guys. But only this much amount of people win. The opening rate is like 2 or 3%. The way I do it, okay, I hit only people that I've already did a couple of jabs with, okay? Like I did the marketing, they called, I used my seller phone script, I pre-qualified them, etc., okay? And then I start with the mail-outs, guys, okay? And the mail-outs that I send is my ultimate postcard machine. Now, when I do the mail-outs, I actually handwrite them. I don't use some kind of service, I let my employees do it because there's not that many in there, okay? There might be 5, there might be 100, but I don't have to set out thousands. It might be 3 or 4. And the people that I send to, their opening rate is extremely high. They're all getting it because it's handwritten. I knew who I just talked to. I'm just not randomly sending it out to people, guys. It just costs too much money. Now, once the postcard is done, then I'm sending the postcards. Then I also put them into my email follow-up series. Okay, what that is, I have almost 3 years of follow-up series that I send emails to the seller. Again, that I build authority. I educate the seller. I empower the seller. It's none of this like me, buy for me, I close fast, I pay cash. None of that crap, right? I let the seller know this is what I do too. But unlike everyone else, I take the time to educate the seller. So the email series works really, 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 really good, and it's free and it's fast, just like bam, bam, bam. And now what's happening is that they talk to me, I give them an offer. They got my postcard, they got my email, okay? Now I'm already touching them 3 times, guys, okay? Then what I do is I start with my text messaging, okay? And I have all this stuff right on my website. I'm giving you exactly what I use in my own business, okay? And so I start text messaging them the follow series, okay? So by this time, they got my postcard, they got a couple of emails from me that helps them educate the seller, and now they receive a couple of text messages. By now, they're calling me back because they have my offer on their countertop, okay? They got my offer in their back hip pocket. Now they also see me in 5, 6 types of different medias. That's why I always talk about my thing at the dojo. We have something that we say 6 for success. You got to reach out to that seller 6 times. If you notice, we talked to them, we texted them, we mailed them, and we use 6 different types of medium, like marketing medium. We text message them, we reach out to them over the phone, We send them an email. We send them a postcard. And what that does is it allows the seller to be like, damn, these guys are everywhere, dude. I just got a text for them. I got a letter for them. I got a phone call for them. I saw them on Facebook retargeting. So the goal is to make the seller think that you're such a big company, even you're not. I'm only sending out letters to, let's say, 10 people, where some other cat is sending out thousands. But I'm using smart, ingenious ideas, creativity ideas to get leads for a penny, because I'm using virtual assistants from India, Pakistan, and I show you how to do it in my virtual assistant book, guys, my VA book, to hire people for 120 bucks for them to work for you 40 hours a week. That's $4 a day, man, or less. So these guys generate leads for me, and once the leads come in, the marketing, they do the marketing, the leads come in, I use my select phone script, and I qualify them, and they become potential leads. Once they raise both of their hands, say, look, I need your services, plus I'm motivated, then I give offers. I don't give offers just to leads. That's wasting my time. I only give offers to potential leads. Once I give them the offer, I'm going to give them the cash offer and the owner financing. Guys, majority of people are not getting owner financing because you don't give no owner financing offers. You can't get no deals if you don't give them the offer. 80% of people quit because they're too scared to give the seller the offer. Say, here, seller, 60 cents on a dollar. They never get a deal. So you got to give the offer. And guess what? When you give the offer, they're all going to say, no, dude. No. Let me think about it. Let me talk to my wife. Dude, and don't get discouraged. Just know this is the part of the ritual. This is the part of the process. They're going to say, no, I don't care how good you are, dude. No, this is my home, dude. Like, they need time. So once you say not a problem, you're very positive. When they say no, say I totally understand. If your situation changes, please put my offer on your nightground or your back pocket. How do you like to pitch it? And just give me a call back, and that's it. And then as soon as they hang up, boom, I'm putting it into my email follow-up series. Boom, I'm sending the postcard. Boom, I'm sending the letters. Couple of days later, I'm doing the text messaging, and they're seeing me on Facebook, and boom, they're like, damn, I seen Mr. Investor everywhere, right? And now that they're building the confidence, I'm educating them, I'm building the authority, and that's how you get wholesaling with a high return. Majority of people spend all that time and energy, and by the time they get to the offer, they never put the offer in. That's 80% of the people, because they're too embarrassed to ask for the money because they think it's too rude to give them an offer so low, okay? The other 20%, 90% of those people never give an owner financing offer, and majority of sellers are not in a situation like that to sell their home at a deep discount like that, or they want money. This is their home, dude. They work their whole life for this shit, right? Come on, that makes sense. Do you want to sell your stuff really cheap? Think about it. But what if you had to, you're motivated, but there was a better option? And that's all I'm saying. Give them a better option besides 60 cents on a dollar, okay? The better option is for you too, because you don't have to go to a bank. You don't have to get a credit. You don't have to, all this stuff. I don't want to even get into it, guys. And so give an owner financing offer, and then expect the seller to say, nope. And then that's okay. As soon as you hang up, then you got to get into the follow-up stuff. You got to do the emails, you got to do the postcards, you got to do the text messaging, you got to do the Facebook marketing, because without that, you're not going to get a high conversion. That is the only difference. Some people tell you spend thousands of dollars. I tell you spend the least amount of money to make the most amount of money, guys. Spend the least amount of money, the least amount of time to make the most amount of money. And this is one exact way. It's called recycling. Learning not to just, you got to learn the process. Not every seller is going to say yes. And trust me, the process is every seller is going to say no, I don't want to do it. That's totally normal, guys. But what happens next is going to determine if you're a chimp, or if you're a champ. And to be a champ, you got to just follow my processes that I just told you to get a high return. Now, guys, I have majority of these products that I talked about right on my website, myrealestatedojo.com. You can get it at a really great price. These are street-proven, tested stuff. Not just, I didn't write this stuff up. I have 20 years of sales experience. I got with a top of writing copywriter, and we grind this stuff out. And I've used this for since 2007, 2008, when the market has crashed for my own business. Now I'm sharing it with you guys, okay? You can get my seller phone script right on my website. You can get my the ultimate postcard machine right on my website. You can get the emails right on my website. And I highly recommend you implement these instead of just writing these yourself or hiring some generic, someone that says, oh, I can write good. Because sales and writing good is two different things, guys, okay? And I'm giving you exactly what works, and I have a promotion on all that stuff right now on my website. So I highly recommend go getting it. And don't forget, guys, if you don't know how to give an offer for owner financing, get on my website, download my Terminator offer letter. This thing is gonna get you deals at a deep discount, and it's gonna get you owner financing deals, and it's gonna blow your competitors away, dude. That's why it's called the Herd Terminator. If you just download this sheet and start just giving offers, even if you don't know what to do, you find a motivated seller, you use my seller phone script and they're potential sellers now, and you just give them the offer, and when they say no, you just do the follow-ups that I'm telling you to do. You'll be damn surprised how many deals you do, even if you don't know nothing, because you don't have to be a good cook. You just have to follow the recipe, and the recipe is what I just explained to you, from lead generation, conversion, all the way down to the marketing, to the leads, to P's, to giving offers when they say no, to the follow-ups, guys. This is the way to get the most amount of money and to spend the least amount of time and to reach your dreams or your goals, whatever they are in America. One last thing, guys. Everything I just talked about is just only a tip of a type, this much. I have my mother course, which is 171 chapters. It's 100 hours plus, which is like 2 weeks of everyday watching, okay, of training. I talk about investing in fix and flips. I talk about investing in buy and hold. I talk about master leases. I talk about options. I talk about rent to owns, which is basically options with a lease. I talk about cold calling. I talk about prospecting. I talk about negotiation. I talk about website creation. All this stuff, I retail for $1,500. I'm having it on a flash sale for $325. I talk about all this stuff, guys. Highly recommend it. In this book, I also talk about how to find the motivated sellers, because that's the most important part. How to find them and how to talk to them and how to structure deals. You get it all in my book. Right now it's $325. I highly recommend you getting it. It's the mother course, and the reason I called it the mother course, because it puts everything that I've ever learned into one place for you guys to go out there and do a deal, so you don't have to spend so much time and energy going and getting books, going to all these clubs, buying all these different books like wholesaling, like landlording, like fix and flips, spending all this money. One course has it all for $325. Get it before the sale is over. It's $1,500 and it's a top seller, and I'm very, very confident. All you have to do is two things. Follow the instructions in there, because I tell you exactly what to do to get 1 to 3 deals in 59 days, okay, called my action plan. And 2, you gotta fucking take action. If you take action and you download my mother course, you're gonna get your first check in 1 to 3 days, in 59 days, no matter if the economy's up, no matter if the economy's down, as long as you're able to follow the directions and you're able to take action, guys. Don't take no for answer. Hustle and bustle.
You had a comment.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry about
Marcus Lamar says, great info, Mike. We appreciate all you do for us investors.
that. Thank you, brother. Anything else? Thank you, guys. See you later, and don't take no for answer. Don't forget to download the books, guys. See ya.